Hello friends! In this lesson we will add automatic opening of the cells. In the classic game, when we click on the cell that doesn't have any mine in its neighboring cells, all the neighbors also open up, and so on. But first, let's add state map. Create an object. States. Create fields for our states. Each state will have the next property to make transitions and the HTML property to store inner HTML of the cell with this state. Standard for the first one. The next property should be protected, and the HTML is empty. Second one will be protected, with a link to question state. Its HTML should be the div with a flag class. And the last one will be question, with link to the first one, and the question mark for the HTML property. Let's also add a property with default state. Standard. Now we can remove our switch cases. Here we can replace it by a single line of code. In case state doesn't have current state, let's add question mark. And if it is undefined, just fill it with empty string. Here, replace hard-coded text to our default property. Remove this long switch and replace it with single line. I also want to rename cell right-clicked to something like change state. In the Visual Studio Code, I can do it by pressing F2 key on the name, write new one and press enter. Rename neighbors function to get neighbors. And let's also rename the function cell clicked to open cell. Okay, now we are ready to update the open cell function. First, this function should work only with closed cell. We need to check if class list doesn't contain the closed class, we should exit the function. And we don't really need the next check, because only the cell can have the closed class, and each cell always has this attribute. Okay, let's move to the end of this function. Store the result of calling of getNeighbor function to variable. And replace it in cycle. And now, if our mines counter is 0, we need to call openCell function to each neighbor. Write the condition. Iterate through all the neighbors. And call the openCell function. We should provide an object with a field target. We don't need whole event object, just target. So let's create this object here and provide neighbor to it. And we are definitely done. We can check how it works. Perfect. Check the states. Something wrong. Okay, I found the issue. It should be question here, not question. Check again. Fine. And that's it for now. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.